Hello everyone, greetings, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderfully blessed day. So in today's video, I will be going over who qualifies to receive a plus-up stimulus payment from the IRS. Also, we have some great news on the fourth round of stimulus checks. Thank you all so much for being here. If you have any questions on stimulus payments, please leave them in the comment section below. I will be answering your questions in my next video. There are some of you who have stated that you are confused about who will be receiving a plus-up payment. Well, plus-up payments are part of the third round of stimulus checks from the American Rescue Plan. These plus-up payments are additional payments that the IRS are sending to people who did not receive the proper amount of money from earlier checks in March. So if you received a smaller third stimulus check than you should have received, you may be eligible for a plus-up payment. According to the IRS, there are several different reasons why you did not receive the proper amount of stimulus the first time around. On the IRS website, it states, these plus-up payments could include a situation where a person's income dropped in 2020 compared to 2019, or a person had a new child or dependent on their 2020 tax return, and other situations. The IRS had already began sending out plus-up payments on April 1st, 2021. So if your income dropped in 2020 compared to 2019, then you may be receiving a plus-up payment. And if you have a new dependent on a 2020 tax return, you also may be receiving a plus-up payment. So if any of you have not received your $1,400 third stimulus check, you may need to file a 2020 tax return. The Internal Revenue Service says some federal benefit recipients may need to file a 2020 tax return even if they don't usually file, to provide information the IRS needs to send these payments for any qualified dependent. Eligible individuals in this group should file a 2020 tax return to be considered for an additional payment for their qualified dependent as quickly as possible. Now that the tax season is extended to May 17th, you will need to file a recovery rebate credit on your 2020 return if you need to claim any of the $1,200 or $600 from the previous two checks. After filing a tax return, you could receive your money as a larger tax refund or a smaller tax bill if you owe any taxes. I suggest consider signing up for a direct deposit to get your tax refund much quicker. Please be aware that the IRS could garnish some or all of your refund to cover outstanding debts, which is really horrible. So if you think the IRS owes you a full or partial stimulus check, you have one or more chances here to claim missing stimulus money by filing a recovery rebate credit as part of your 2020 taxes. To start the recovery rebate credit claim process, first confirm your payment status online through the IRS. But if you happen to see an error message, you may be a candidate for a rebate or a payment trace. If you claim a recovery rebate credit on your tax return, the IRS will determine your eligibility and the amount on the credit based on two things: your 2020 tax return and the amounts of any stimulus payment issued. Unfortunately, stimulus checks are technically considered a tax credit. This means the IRS can reduce a taxpayer's refund to repay outstanding debts like past due child support, unpaid student loans, and other federal and state liabilities. Now everyone, a fourth stimulus check is coming. So far, we have 74 lawmakers in Congress who are pushing for recurring checks until the end of this pandemic. These lawmakers have repeatedly stated that another round of stimulus checks is necessary. There will be millions of Americans that will once again struggle to pay for basic necessities if a fourth stimulus check is not passed. The support for a fourth round of stimulus check is surely growing. So on April 9th, the White House released an outline of President Joe Biden's budget proposal for fiscal year 2022. The $1.5 trillion spending proposal includes domestic spending initiatives, including more funding for education and combating climate change. However, the proposal did not include student loan forgiveness, which disappointed millions of Americans. President Biden had publicly supported the idea of student loan forgiveness, and he has repeatedly emphasized his preference that Congress enact student loan debt cancellation through legislation. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki even said earlier this week that if Congress would pass a student loan forgiveness bill, President Biden would gladly sign it. I just don't understand why President Joe Biden did not include student loan forgiveness in his spending proposal. The Biden administration announced that attorneys under Education Secretary Miguel Cardona We'll be exploring potential legal authorities that could be the basis for widespread student loan forgiveness implemented through executive action. So it is still very possible for student loan forgiveness to be passed in the near future.
We don't just need roads, bridges, ports, airports. We also need great broadband infrastructure and a grid for the 21st century. I'm Pete Buttigieg. I'm Secretary of Transportation.
My name is Jennifer Granholm, and I am the Secretary of the Department of Energy.
My name is Marty Walsh, and I'm the Secretary of Labor.
Hi, I'm Gina Raimondo, and I'm the Secretary of Commerce.
My name is Marcia Fudge. I am the 18th Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. My favorite part about the American Jobs Plan is the fact that we see people where they are, and we are going to make a difference in their lives, whether it be housing, whether it be education, creating jobs, building 2 million new homes. It is all of it. I'm happy about all of it.
I have two favorite parts. Can I have two favorite parts? I love that President Biden is prioritizing creating more decent paying manufacturing jobs for Americans. The second thing I love about the plan is the emphasis on the care economy. There are so many women of color in particular, working hard every day for low pay, taking care of our loved ones. And they deserve raises, they deserve dignity, and this plan invests in them.
The American Jobs Plan is an incredible plan. There's several great parts of it. The $400 billion investment in the cares economy, the investments all across the board in the American worker, doubling apprentice programs. I think that's something that's going to be really important as well for building back better, but also strengthening our economy and growing the middle class.
All across the country, we're going to have better roads, better bridges, and better jobs. We don't just need roads, bridges, ports, airports. We also need great broadband infrastructure and a grid for the 21st century. I can't wait to see these resources go out to communities where people know that we need to be doing better on our infrastructure.
The thing I am most excited about for the American Jobs Plan is that it's going to create millions of clean energy jobs for Americans using products that are made in America. That's what I'm excited about.
So everyone, that is the end of the video. Please leave any questions or comments that you have in the comment section below, and I'll do my very best to answer any questions you may have. Please don't forget to enter the $50 Amazon gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, sharing this video, and commenting below. Thank you and have a very, very blessed day.